Welcome to Fox News First. Not signed up yet? Click here. Developing now, Tuesday, October 2, 2018. In an exclusive interview with Fox News, Laura Ingraham, the ex-boyfriend of one Brett Kavanaugh accuser, Julie Swetnick, cast doubt on her stability and allegations against the Supreme Court nominee. President Trump approved the expansion of the FBI's investigation into Kavanaugh's background as Majority Leader Mitch McConnell vowed to have a final Senate vote on the nominee's confirmation this week. Trump slammed top Democrats as hypocrites in a rally supporting Kavanaugh. GOP Senate candidate, Rep. Marsha Blackburn, Monday night at Kavanaugh's Supreme Court confirmation fails in the Senate. Lindsey Graham says Trump should renominate him ahead of the midterms and let voters decide. North Korea suggests lifting sanctions, warns that the end of the Korean War should not be used as a bargaining tool in negotiations to denuclearize. The authorities in North Carolina have confirmed that a body found in a creek last week is missing. 6-year-old autistic boy Maddox Rich. The lead story. Fox News exclusive. A question of credibility. The ex-boyfriend of Julie Swetnick, the third woman to make uncorroborated, lurid allegations of sexual misconduct against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, told Fox News that she had threatened to kill his unborn child and at times even bizarrely asked him to hit her. Right after I broke up with her, she basically called me many times, and at one point she basically said, "You will never, ever see your unborn child alive," Richard Vinicki said on The Ingraham Angle. According to Vinicki, Swetnick told him at the time, "I'm just going to go over there and kill you guys." Vinicki, who said he dated Swetnick off and on for 7 years, maintained that she never once mentioned to him her extraordinary claims, apparently made for the first time last month, that Kavanaugh had engaged in systemic gang rapes decades ago. Swetnick is represented by anti-Trump lawyer Michael Avenatti. He did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment on Vinicki's allegation. However, in an interview on CNN Monday night, he cast doubt on Vinicki's credibility and characterized him as an estranged ex-boyfriend. FBI background check of Kavanaugh expanded. President Trump has instructed White House counsel Don McGahn to allow the FBI to speak with anyone the Bureau deems appropriate in connection with the supplemental background investigation into Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, a source familiar with the probe told Fox News. The source said Trump made the decision after a conversation with McGahn over the weekend. The source added that the president's only stipulation was that the investigation wrap up by Friday. The expansion of the FBI's background check on Kavanaugh came as it was revealed that Mark Judge, a high school friend of Kavanaugh accused of witnessing the alleged sexual assault of Christine Blasey Ford, was being interviewed by the FBI. Meanwhile, in the Senate, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell vowed there would be a final vote on Kavanaugh's confirmation in the Senate this week, saying, "The time for endless delay and obstruction has come to a close." He accused Democrats of wanting totally unbounded fishing expedition of indefinite duration into the accusations against Kavanaugh so that they could delay his confirmation past the November midterm elections. Trump calls out hypocritical Democrats in a wide-ranging rally Monday night in Tennessee. President Trump, in no uncertain personal terms, derided Democrats as shameless hypocrites for questioning the integrity of Kavanaugh. Just hours after he cryptically said in the Rose Garden that he had somewhat compromising information about a certain aggressive Democratic senator in some very bad situations, Trump took aim at some members of the Judiciary Committee who grilled Kavanaugh at last week's nationally televised hearing, particularly Sens. Richard Blumenthal, Steve Cohen, and Cory Booker, DNJ, and a potential 2020 presidential candidate. A trump card, in case Kavanaugh falls. Even if the nomination of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh ultimately fails in the Senate, President Trump should renominate the judge ahead of the midterm elections and let the voters decide if they want him on the court. Lindsey Graham, RSC, told Fox News on Monday night. "Here's what I would tell the president. I would appeal the verdict of the Senate to the ballot box," Graham said on Hannity. "This good man should not be destroyed. If you legitimize this process by one vote short, we'll be on to the next person. I'd hate to be the next person nominated. I would feel horrible that we destroyed Kavanaugh. So what would I do? I would renominate him and I would take this case to the American people and I'd ask voters in Indiana, in Missouri, in North Dakota and other places where Trump won, saying who he would nominate if he got to be president, and see if the voters want to appeal the verdict of their senator. North Korea's subtle negotiation. North Korea warned Washington through its state media Tuesday that a declaration ending the Korean War shouldn't be seen as a bargaining chip in denuclearization talks, but suggested lifting sanctions might be. According to the Associated Press, the North's official news agency issued a commentary claiming Pyongyang has taken significant measures to end hostile relations between the two countries but said the U.S. is trying to subdue it through sanctions, a not so subtle call for Washington to lift sanctions if it wants further progress in their stalled nuclear negotiations. Russia, North Korea use UN General Assembly to blast USA sad ending in missing boy search. The body found in a North Carolina creek last week, believed to be that of Maddox Rich, was confirmed on Monday to be the missing 6-year-old autistic boy, police said. Sadly, the body found in Long Creek on Thursday has been confirmed to be little Maddox Rich, the Gastonia Police Department tweeted. The investigation is ongoing. Rich's father reported him missing on Sept. 22 after he ran away from him at Rankin Park, roughly 30 miles west of Charlotte. The child, who had nonverbal autism, ran ahead of him and disappeared. The dad, Ian Rich, was with an unidentified friend at the time of the incident. As seen on Fox News Negotiations in bad faith, if Sen. F. Flake thought he was trying to build a bridge with the Democrats. It was built on sand because they never were going to be satisfied. New York Post columnist Michael Goodwin, on Your World with Neil Cavuto, sounding off on retiring Sen. Jeff Flake, predicating his yes vote to confirm Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination on an FBI investigation. WATCHFUMING over Kavanaugh. This entire thing makes me want to heave. If you think this is about searching for the truth, you ought to put down the bong. Sen. John N. Kennedy, Arla, on The Story with Martha McCallum, on those who think the investigations on Brett Kavanaugh are aimed at truth-seeking. Watch trending death toll in Indonesian quake at 1,234, including at least 34 children at Bible camp. Border Patrol agent admits to accidentally starting 45,000-acre wildfire after gender reveal goes wrong. Matilda, Trump face-off in new statue display commemorating 30th anniversary of children's book. Chelsea Manning, convicted leaker, compares living in U.S. to prison. The Swamp Beto O'Rourke apologizes for 1991 article, demeaning comments. Domestic abuse allegations against Keith Ellison cannot be substantiated, Dems lawyer says. Obama backs Ocasio-Cortez in new wave of midterm endorsements, snubs Beto. Proud American NASA marks 60th anniversary, 5 historic moments in space exploration. U.S. Air Force rolls out new official uniform. Trump awards Medal of Honor to former Army medic. Across the nation, Kennedy, where are the answers to the Vegas massacre? Parkland victims dead. No, Alyssa Milano, the NRA did not kill my daughter. Michigan to enforce work requirements for select food stamp recipients. Minding your business. Trump's new trade deal, what to know. U.S. stock surge after U.S., Canada, Mexico reach trade deal. Wilbur Ross, new NAFTA deal a W-in for U.S. Dairy. GE CEO John Flannery out, replaced by Lawrence Culp. These stores are closed on Thanksgiving. Online sales taxes take effect in these states. Rifle makers' shares drop with new gun control laws in focus. Charles Payne, how Sriracha hot sauce got its start. Pepsi CEO Indra Nuji's last day, a look at her legacy. Fox News opinion Kristen Whitten, Trump has just revolutionized global trade by replacing NAFTA with USMCA. David Bossie, let Trump be Trump on trade. Ben Shapiro, so, Democrats, what are you hiding from the FBI? Hollywood Squared Louis C.K. Embraced by crowd at NYC Comedy Club during Triad comeback, report. Kanye West clarifies remark calling to abolish the 13th Amendment. Kanye reach out to Kaepernick. Meghan McCain returning to The View, following death of her father, John McCain. Jemele Hill jumps to The Atlantic from ESPN after expressing anti-Trump sentiments. Did you hear about this? Facebook avoids U.S. government wiretap of encrypted messenger phone calls. Earth's history could be used to spot plant life on alien worlds. First test tube lion cubs in the world are living a healthy and normal life. Stay tuned, Fox Nation is coming. Sign up now and find out about its exciting launch on Facebook. Check out Fox News Update, our new Facebook-exclusive news program, on Fox News, Fox. ET. Special guests include Judge Andrew Napolitano, Sebastian Gorka, David Limbaugh, Tucker Carlson, and Steve Doocy on his new book, The Happy Cookbook, Your World with Neil Cavuto, 4 p.m. ET. U.S. Rep. Dare Lisa, House Judiciary Committee, Kentucky Gov. Matt Bevin, The Ingram Angle, 10 p.m. ET. Special guests include former U.S. Attorney Joe DiGenova and National Review columnist and Fox News contributor Andrew McCarthy. On Fox Business Mornings with Maria, 6 a.m. ET. Special guests include Ian Bremmer, Eurasia Group President, Dave Clark, Amazon Senior Vice President of Worldwide Operations, Kevin Hassett, Chairman of the White House Council of Economic Advisors, Herman Cain, Jason Rowley, Phoenix Suns President and CEO, Varney. ET. U.S. Senator Roger Wicker, Armas, Vivek Wadhwa, Harvard Law Distinguished Fellow, U.S. Senator Joni Ernst, R. Iowa, Kayleigh McEnany, RNC Spokeswoman. Cavuto, Coast to Coast, noon ET, U.S. Rep. Lee Zeldin, RNY The Intelligence Report, 2 p.m. ET. U.S. Rep. Sean Duffy, R. Weiss, Scott Bolden, former D.C. Democratic Party Chairman, David Nelson, Chief Strategist for Bellpoint. On Fox News Radio. The Fox News Rundown podcast. On Monday, President Trump announced a revamped trade agreement with Canada and Mexico. Melissa Francis, co-anchor on Fox Business Network's After the Bell, and FBN producer Jamie LaBella explained the benefits for America and what's in the agreement. The FBI is conducting a week-long investigation into the sexual misconduct allegations against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Ron Hosko, former assistant director of the FBI, discusses what to expect. Plus, commentary by columnist for FoxNews.com and The New York Post, Carol Markovich. Want the Fox News Rundown sent straight to your mobile device? Subscribe through Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Stitcher. The Brian Kilmeade Show, 9 a.m. E.T. The Kavanaugh confirmation saga and the midterms will be among the top topics of debate with the following special guests: Alan West, Washington Times columnist Charlie Hurt, Chris Steyerwalt. Tucker Carlson gives the inside story on his new book, Ship of Fools, The Tom Shalhoub Show, 3 p.m. E.T. Attorney and author David Limbaugh joins Tom Shalhoub to discuss his new book, Jesus is Risen, Paul and the Early Church, and the latest news of the day. Celebrity to die of the disease. His death raises national awareness of the then-growing epidemic. 1959, The Twilight Zone, hosted by Rod Serling, premieres on CBS. 1950, the comic strip Peanuts, by Charles M. Schulz, makes its first appearance in newspapers. Fox News First is compiled by Fox News' Brian Robinson. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy your day. We'll see you in your inbox first thing Wednesday morning.